Time now for the evening rush. There are now 10 cases of coronavirus in New Mexico. 4 more cases were announced today. 3 of the people, a man in his 50s, a woman in her 70s, and another woman in her 80s, all live in Bernalillo County and are in close household contact with a woman who was positively identified in a previous case. The woman in her 80s is hospitalized. The other case is a woman in her 20s from Santa Fe County who recently traveled to New York. Beginning on Monday, schools across the state will be serving breakfast and lunch. This as they will be closed for 3 weeks. APS says grab-and-go meals will be available at 89 locations. This will be done by drive-through. The governor says they are working with state agencies on distributing meals to kids who aren't able to go to school. Parents are trying to come up with things for the children can do while out of school.
Reading, writing, spring cleaning. This is a whole new situation.
Places like Hinkle Family Fun Center and the escape room say they will stay open, but sanitation is their #1 priority. And take a look at the number on your screen. The governor has announced parents can call this hotline if they have questions or concerns about child care. The University of New Mexico and New Mexico State University will have longer spring breaks. New Mexico State is adding a week to their break. UNM adding 2 weeks. During this time at UNM, dorms will remain open and there will be dining services available. Other universities across the state have already extended their breaks.
And we're still watching a couple showers and thunderstorms across southeastern New Mexico. Things have really quieted down in the last hour or so, but still a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for eastern Otero County. This area under a tornado watch still in about 9 o'clock tonight. So continue to stay tuned to the weather as we'll continue to watch those showers and storms.
The state has announced some changes to who qualifies for unemployment. Examples include restaurant workers laid off because business is suffering, or employees at facilities that had to cancel their events. The state insurance superintendent says copays will be covered. That includes copays for testing and healthcare services related to coronavirus. The rule also covers illnesses like the flu that is the subject of a public health emergency. President Trump declaring a national emergency. The move frees up billions of dollars in federal disaster relief for states. The president is partnering with the private sector to increase testing. He's also invoking the Stafford Act, allowing him to increase funding for FEMA. Stocks surged immediately after the announcement, with the Dow rising 2,000 points. More than $6 million from the CDC will help New Mexico deal with the outbreak. The state's congressional delegation says the funds are part of the $8.3 billion emergency funding package that's expected to be approved by Congress. This will help with testing and help small businesses. Run for the Zoo being canceled because of coronavirus concerns. The BIOPARK's biggest fundraiser brings in about 10,000 people to participate and about $170,000 for the zoo. In a Facebook post, organizers say their priority is the health and well-being of all those involved. Indoor facilities at the BIOPARK are closing. That includes the entire aquarium, the reptile building, and the penguin chill. The city says the closure will last through April 15th. Outdoor exhibits remain open. Grocery stores are stockpiling amid the coronavirus outbreak.
Don't go overboard, just within reason. Get what you need for yourself.
That was the owner of the Silver Street Market, where toilet paper, Lysol, and canned goods in high demand. At Costco on Eubank, one line started at the front of the store, wrapped through the clothes. Another line spanned the entire length of the store. People are still out shopping, but some areas are not as populated. Today we saw noticeably fewer people at usually bustling places like malls, but we did see bigger crowds at gyms and restaurants and stores. Meals on Wheels is taking precautions because of the coronavirus. They have implemented a 6-foot distance for their volunteers. The volunteers place meals in plastic bags, hang them on the doorknob, and then they put clean plastic gloves on each time. Blood centers in New Mexico are experiencing a shortage. Officials with Vitalant say they follow all CDC and FDA guidance when it comes to coronavirus, adding they've stepped up their cleaning protocols. They also can't import from other states. They are asking for donors to go to one of their offices. Find the latest surrounding coronavirus cases in New Mexico, including links to information at alwaysonkrqe.com. Also, download the KRQE News app for alerts with the latest information.
It's a busy weather day across the state today, but it will be much quieter Saturday afternoon. We'll already start to see that chance for rain taper off tonight. Winds will also be dying down through the overnight and will give way to plenty of sunshine for your Saturday. Temperatures will remain pretty seasonal for this time of year.
No word on if a 17-year-old in Roswell accused of killing a pedestrian with his car and fleeing the scene will be charged as an adult. Police say Angel Garcia admitted to hitting the man and driving away. 31-year-old Tyree Williams died at the scene. A man accused of killing an Albuquerque teen behind bars and will stay there until trial. Everton McNabb is charged with the shooting death of 17-year-old Noah Tafoya at an Albuquerque apartment complex in September in a gun buy gone bad. The city will now have to figure out where a proposed homeless shelter will go. The city says after significant review and input, the university no longer interested in the city using their property near the hospital. Now they could be left to choose between the former Loveless Hospital on Gibson and Coronado Park on 2nd Street and I-40.